Hello everyone, my name is Romy B. Scalana. In this video, I am going to discuss the topic all about freedom. But before starting, I want you all to, my dear watcher, to listen, learn, and make. So, let's start. Go! What is freedom? Freedom is the essential property of a person. We, as a human person, has the ability to choose and do an action according to our own will. Humans seek for freedom because it tends to be one of our nature. For instance, when you are going to take a college course, different from your parents' want. Whether they like it or not, you as a person have your own decision. And you are the one who's gonna take control of your life. It is our nature to do a particular thing according to our own will. We know the things that makes us happy, and that is why we pursue it. Freedom is what makes us a person. A person with an intellect to choose what to do and not. That makes us distinct from other beings, such as the animals. When an animal can sense danger, even if there is really nothing, they tend to act using instinct and even attack someone near to them. While we, humans, have a complex brain that helps us to think critically and rationally before doing, whether to fight or fight, be able to survive. As what I've said, we as a human do things to pleasure ourselves. We tend to act for our own satisfactory and happiness. If you are the type of person who would like to do mischievous things such as bullying, then you are rude or the bad one. However, when helping someone without hoping for something in return is the thing that makes you happy, then you belong to those good Samaritan people. Through our actions, we can get either a positive or negative impact on ourselves. The actions of a person determine what kind of person she or he becomes. That is the nature of self-determination. Freedom is the desire of human person to do something to be happy. But having freedom also entails certain responsibilities. To exercise freedom properly, it requires a degree of control, since we are aware that for every action there will be always a consequence. It means that before doing an action, we should think thoroughly what could be its possible effect, if it is good or bad. Since it is our action, we are the one who's responsible for our own, so we'd better be careful in making decisions. When a people have less control of themselves because of different reasons such as raging emotions, then we will become less free and may end up dehumanizing another. Say for example, when I am angry with my friend because I heard that she has spreaded the rumor that I am cheating during the exams, even if I'm not. Whether this rumor is true or not, due to my angerness, I decided to confront him in public, saying mean words that could make her feel guilty. With this, I was enslaved with my emotions, become less free because I let myself do terrible things that dehumanizes my friend. Rumors are just rumors. Before taking an action, we should investigate first whether it is true or not, and better to settle it in private to prevent making wrong actions, putting someone in a shameful situations, and even dehumanize them. There are three types of freedom. First is the physical freedom. It refers to the absence of physical restraint. It means that we can do whatever we wanted and to behave in a determined manner. This freedom allows us to speak freely, to move and act, and any other physical activities in this physical world. Second is the psychological freedom, or also known as the freedom of choice. It is the freedom where we, human persons, are free to make decisions as long as it is right and beneficial for everyone. Thirdly is the moral freedom. It is the strength to do what is right. Humans have a natural inclination of what is true and good, and through this, we will become a truly matured individuals, since freedom helps us to grow and be at our best. When we use freedom well, then we will become more free. But when we use it in a bad way, our freedom becomes less and may end up humanizing ourselves and the people around us. There are two important elements of human freedom: the voluntariness and responsibility. Voluntariness is the ability of a human to make a move according to his or her own will. Voluntary acts can be done whether a person is not required to take an action corresponding to moral values. Donating in a charity, helping a teacher to bring her stuff, and even cleaning the house to lessen mother's works are some of the examples of these elements. Next is the responsibility, which refers to the person being accountable for his or her actions and its consequences. It can be either voluntarily or not. Another example is when a person chooses to commit a crime, such as murdering. He or she is responsible for the death of someone and should be imprisoned because killing is prohibited not only by the God but by the law too. That person can either surrender voluntarily or let other people point at him or her. A person can experience freedom, of course, through making choices in life. Freedom allows us to experience doing something according to our free will. Although humans have the ability to think of numerous possible actions to make, we can only choose one of these. A real-life situation are not just in movies that we can redo. That is why we should be wise in using our freedom. Self-reflection is necessary so that we can think of better things to do and prevent wrong paths. Analyze the situation we are in, think of a possible action and its consequences too, so that we can live a life without letting anyone or anything enslave us. The human freedom must be exercised with control and recognition of reasonable limits. We set our limits and learn to control ourselves to be away from a problematic situation. Limiting ourselves also means sacrificing our self-interest and accept the fact that there are just many things that is beyond our control and of what we can. Students may have the freedom to take courses such as engineering, but knowing that the parents are financially unstable, a person doesn't have any choice but to choose courses that aren't costly. Limiting ourselves and understanding our situation could help us to exercise freedom effectively. Freedom could also be exercised with regards for knowledge and truth. A man should acquire knowledge for exercising freedom, and knowledge that could help us to make wise and informed choices. For a student to pass the exam, he should study to get more knowledge and answer the test with correct answers. In addition, we human persons should recognize and uphold not only our individual freedom, but also the freedom of others. Freedom should be exercised with due regard for the welfare of others, as the means to enable others to fully enjoy their own freedom.